I'm not even going to say where they're playing because I think only the people that's going to go to that game is people that are from there. Yeah. And wow, this must have been way down there. I can't remember. Anyway, as I'm going through this right here, I saw a team that was 1-8-1. And they made the state playoffs.
Ooh, that tie helped us out a lot.
Okay. It was in Class 4A. And Kirk, I'm going to get you to come over here and look over my shoulder. It's Andrew. They're going to play Andrews 9-1 versus that Borger.
Borger.
Yeah, Borger.
Yeah, and this is up, and they're going to play in Lubbock. So
Yeah,
this has to
West
be a panhandle type state and city. Then I've always liked Argyle, which is right over there, close to where I live. And they've competed for state titles. I think they've won one, but yet they get a really easy one right off the bat. They play Snyder.
So did you already explain how they play a 1-7 team in the playoffs?
I don't know how Snyder, who's 1-7.
Like, how does that? I mean, is it just because the district is bad, or what?
You know,
I'm on it.
It has to be that the district is bad. But Snyder is 1-7, and they made the state playoffs, and that makes no sense of how you can do something like that.
Yeah,
so
that's odd.
And I realize that's probably the number 4 team. They probably, I'm sure if we go and look at the district, we're going to see that the other teams were probably 1-7 also. And it really throws me for a loop also because most teams play 10 games.
Right.
And that's 8 because I can do math. And that's the reason
math.
That's the reason why I married a math teacher. So, but I know that Snyder's in Scurry County. You know how many counties are in Texas?
250.
254.
254?
Yeah.
Wow, I just guessed.
So whenever I call you and you look at my phone number, which probably says David Carson on it, but if you look at my phone number, it says 254. That's how I know
That's
that.
how you know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I found a little hole in what you said there earlier, David.
What's that?
In Conference 1A, the 6-man Division 1 and 2, only the top 2 teams from each district advance to the playoffs.
That's 6 man.
And then one state champion is crowned in Conference 1A 6-man and one state. Okay,
we're talking 11 man.
Yeah,
I never played 6-man football.
2, 3, 4A, 5A, and 6A top 4 teams advance. On 5 and 6A, it says the 2 schools with the largest enrollments automatically advance to the Division 1 bracket.
Right,
it's in 5A and 6A,
which I said.
And then
you're just cleaning it up.
Yeah, and then in Conference 2A. Division 1 and 2, the district winner will receive a bye in the first round of the playoffs.
Because it's less competition.
Yes.
And the reason why they do that is because they want to get all the state title games at AT&T Stadium. So Thursday, Friday, it might be even Wednesday. Let me think about this. 2 6As, 5A on Saturday, 5A, 2 4As on Friday. So it starts on Wednesdays.
Wednesdays.
Yeah. I'm just trying to backtrack it to but to me, that when I first moved up to North Texas, that's when Denton Geyer won their first state title. That's when
is that a pretty new high school?
Yeah, Denton Geyer is a new high school. This, I believe, when they won their first state title, that they were 6 years old.
Yeah,
quarterbacked by UT Longhorn Gerard Hurd,
wide receiver.
Well. Yeah,
but at the time, he
went to Denton Geyer.
He went to Denton Geyer and won 2 state titles there with them. And so I remember we woke up early and saw I think it was 11 o'clock game. It was Denton Geyer, and they played on Interstate 35 going south, Georgetown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so they played Georgetown. I just have to say it.
Yeah, the direction.
I was like, man, I drove through that town before, but they played Georgetown. Then I turned around. Then we watched Katy play Cedar Park.
Cedar Springs?
Cedar Oak.
Cedar Park? In Austin?
No, this the one's right around here.
Cedar
Hill? The Longhorns.
Yeah, Cedar Hill
Longhorns. And man, let me tell you, those 2 teams have faced off in the state title game for the last 3 or 4 years.
Wow.
That is if you like high school football and you want to see hard-hitting football, if Katy and Cedar Hill, the Longhorns, they make it into the state finals again, it's worth the $15 to go watch them play. So, and then
is it $15 to get in?
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
That's cheaper than any other college or pro game.
Right, and you get 3 games. So if you get there, if you get there
early.
If you get okay, here's the trick: you get there early. You don't get down in the lower level. You get right there in the upper level where you come into Cowboy Stadium, and you get some of those front. You have to get a front row seat, and you have to be there early. Yeah. I mean, I get there like at 8:30 in the morning. So when I get in there, I
maybe we can all go and do a Texas Strangers on location from AT&T
Live
Stadium.
remote?
I don't know about that. That's going to take a lot to do there.
Hey, we can make it happen.
Maybe.
No promises.
We'll talk off air and see what we can do there. Yeah.
But it's a great venue now. Of course, if you do leave the stadium, if you take anything outside with you, like a cup of your drink, it can't come back in.
Right.
So that's
because they don't want you bringing beer and liquor.
Getting a Coke, going out to your car with your flask.
Well, no, I
took
my nephew with me, and he's a smoker. And what he went outside to smoke, and he took his Coke with him. They're like, "Hey, you can't bring that back in." And I was like, "Well, I'll buy you another one." Yeah. He's like, "Oh, don't do that, man. It's
your $7 or $8 Coke."
Yeah, it's BS. Blah 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 blah. But here's the okay for the cheap people like myself. If you buy the all-you-can-eat popcorn. Yeah, I lived off popcorn that day. So
how much was the all-you-can-eat popcorn?
Well, how much is it when you go to a Cowboy game?
Oh,
it's like $8 or $9.
Yeah,
and it's I still have the little.
They give you Cowboy bags. Is it Cowboys stuff?
Yeah, it's Cowboy, like the Cowboy cups that you buy.
Yeah, right.
It's also everything's Dallas Cowboy. I think they also try to get rid of some of their older stuff. Like I think I have a cup that says whatever bowl game it was.
The Cotton Bowl's played there, but
the
Cotton Bowl.
I think it was Arkansas versus somebody. I was like,
the Cowboys Classic.
No, it was Kansas State versus somebody. I have a cup in my. I'm like, why do I have this Kansas State versus so and so? I'm like, because I went to a Texas high school state playoff game. But no, really. But if you're in the DFW area for the state championship games, and you have nothing else to do,
it's well worth it to go.
Some people, they'll go stay at those really bad hotels around Cowboy Stadium or at AT&T Stadium, and just kind of slum it up and go live it up at Cowboy Stadium or AT&T. What?
Because it used to be Cowboy Stadium.
Because it used to be
before it got sponsorship. Yeah, it used to be Cowboy Stadium.
Is it okay we call it Cowboy Stadium? Or technically, it's AT&T Stadium.
I mean, AT&T's paying, to have their name on there.
Yeah. But anyway, it's great. But you get there early. You get the most leg room if you get the front row, and you have to be
I'm taking mental notes here.
And you have to be on the second
leg
level.
Leg room, I need that.
You have to be on the second level.
Okay, second level front row. Gotcha.
Right, because
you got a section for me.
Section 101, row R, 6, 3, and 4.
No, but when you come in, because when you come in the Cowboys AT&T Stadium, you come in from the end zone areas, and they have a piece of paper, and it says these teams will be on this side, and these 3 teams will be on that side. So I have an idea what teams I want to root for, but
you sit on the team you're rooting for side.
Yeah, but that day I was on the side of Denton Geyer. We were on the side of Cedar Hill.
Yeah. So how do you decide which team? Is it just because is it past players or how do you decide on?
I just wanted to see Denton Geyer. I went for the original game,
gotcha.
And I also went for Allen. I didn't really care about the Cedar Hill Katy game.
Yeah.
But I was really going for Allen and they played some team from. And this is going to sound so bad, but I was rooting for Allen against a team from Houston. And the Houston players at the beginning of the game, they really kind of thugged it up, and I was like, "Ooh, I cannot wait! I can't wait to see it." Once Allen gets rolling, Allen whipped them.
Yeah,
they put a whooping on them. But anyway, the whole point of this conversation is 4 teams shouldn't be making the playoffs. It should be. I'm still with partial of the 2.
Because there's like 8 to 10 teams in the district anyway, right?
Yeah, because I saw
it's half the teams.
I saw one district, and I don't remember it off the top of my head, where they didn't play everybody in their district. So, what is the purpose of that? If you don't, who knows? But anyway, I don't know how they would do the 3. If they were to do the 3, I would say go ahead and take...
maybe do the lowest seed, play an extra game.
I would say probably take your Division 1,
buys.
your 2 highest attendance, make that Division 1, and your Division 2 would be the lowest one.
You'd have to include a buy somehow.
It'd have to be a buy.
Yeah. Maybe your number 1.
Do that. I mean, what's wrong with having a bye?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And then have the number 2, number 3 play each other.
Those kids could probably use a bye.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're the best,
they get a bye back when I played, we didn't get a bye.
Right.
But now they get a bye.
They get a bye. Yeah.
So maybe we're just making everybody a little bit more pansier. I don't know.
Pansy? Yeah. Were you?
Hey, you know what? I haven't been this harsh this segment like I was last week.
You didn't go on your rant?
Yeah, you didn't go on the rant.
No, last week I was really drinking the haterade.
Oh, yeah, on teams.
Yeah.
Well, you were going pretty hard about the Mavericks.
I included an article and you didn't mention it, which shows that you didn't want to go on your rant today.
You're going pretty hard on Brad too. You took it easy on it
today.
I'm slowly earning my spot here.
Brad has a hot mom. Okay.
Whoa, she's listening.
I know she's listening,
but yeah.
Tammy, we like teasing you. We know that you're involved in Brad's life.
She listens to me at work. I listen to the show at work, so a lot of her coworkers listen in as well when they walk by our desk. So it's good to know that we're slowly taking over Mar Brothers Inc. off of in Oak Cliff, Texas. So
okay, but no, that's the ongoing joke. We always tease Brad. The only reason why he's on here is because his mom. Yeah, so
you have a sister too.
What?
All right, well, that's a wrap on this edition.
That's
going to
quickly wrap up the Texas Strangers here.
Moving on,
Brad, give them our Twitter handle.
At Texas Stranger Sport. Right? Texas Strangers Sport.
Yes.
Correct? It's a Strangers
No
Sport.
S on the sport.
No S on the sport.
Yeah, once again.
S on the end of Strangers, and the S at the beginning of sport, but no S at the end of sport.
Exactly.
So you can follow us there.
Maybe I should just change the name.
No, Texas Strangers Sport.
I don't know.
Texas Stranger Sport.
Hey,
did I mumble that?
Hey, we're going to have to get together for a picture because we need to change the photo.
Yes.
So,
what's the picture now?
Me and Ryan.
But it's like
Ryan and I.
Ryan and I.
It's the Step Brothers picture, but both their heads are cut out and both their heads are put in there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, actually, it's the Step Brothers. But you ever seen Talladega Night?
Yeah.
Where hey, we're getting married, and they took a old boy's picture and put it over.
Taped it.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So
yeah, that's funny.
So that's kind of a.
You should do the
podcast.
Tupac one. The Tupac in the bad Death Record Radio where they're like all doing like this, and Snoop Dogg's. I don't know. Look it up. Death Record Radio.
Yeah, I think
Records.
I've seen that one.
It's Snoop Dogg. Death Row. Yeah, sorry. Was it Death Radio? Or?
No, you said Death Records. I was like, I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Death Row Records. It's like Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Suge Knight, and Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Well,
we got a new president, so hey, at least we didn't talk about politics at all this week.
Exactly. That's all I'm seeing on TV. All I'm seeing on Facebook is all this about politics. Like,
I'm
it's
pretty
over.
shocked. Though.
It's done. What's happened has happened, and you cannot.
Let's get back to sports.
Exactly. Let's get back.
I'm glad it's over
to sports. Something that people actually enjoy talking about. I get enough of it at work here in politics. I don't want to.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what Chris Cox says on Friday.
I'm really proud of my post that I posted last night. Was it 1:30 a.m. or something like that?
I think I liked it, didn't I? Yeah, something like that.
Something like.
What was it?
What
was it on Twitter or Facebook?
No, it was on Facebook. And we're sitting here watching we're waiting for these votes, these electoral votes to come in. I'm like, okay. I'm like, hold on. New Hampshire or Vermont? Was it Vermont or New Hampshire?
New Hampshire, I think you put on your post.
Okay, well, was it Vermont though? I think I messed it up.
I didn't watch any of the crap.
Okay,
so
but
I watched it all.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I was working overnight last night, so
So we were sitting there watching this thing. We're like, okay, is this ever gonna happen? Is this thing gonna?
They prolonged it for like 2 hours.